Hi and welcome. So today I want to cover a little bit about body acceptance, body positivity, and emotional eating and how it all ties in. So if you're new here, welcome. My name is Michelle. I'm a certified holistic nutritionist and emotional eating expert. And I wanted to touch in on this particular topic about body acceptance and adding in body positivity because I think it's a little bit misunderstood. And so sometimes we try one thing thinking it's going to be the solution for our emotional eating and we're missing other pieces. So this is something that, I see with a lot of clients. It's like we try out part of the equation to really help us move past our emotional eating, but we don't quite see the full picture. So I totally get it. It was really frustrating for me on my emotional eating journey. I went through so much trial and error. And, luckily in a way, I went through that and I got to learn the nuances of what was really going on and how these different things play into each other. So body acceptance is something that I love to share with clients. It's something that I want them to have for themselves because a lot of the times in our society, we are taught to not listen to ourselves, not listen to our bodies, to actually think something's wrong with us, that we're broken, that we need to be fixed. And body acceptance is, a way for us to get into this sort of neutral place about our body. It doesn't mean we stay there. And I'm going to explain a little bit more with body positivity and how they sort of differ. It means that we need to be in acceptance before any change can happen. And so a lot of the times we already feel like we're broken, something's wrong with us, and then we try all these different things to change our body and to shift it without actually understanding what we individually need. And so for me, body acceptance is accepting your body right now. It might not be where you want to go to. And a lot of the times with clients that are emotional eaters, they tend to want to resolve their emotional eating because they start seeing it show up in the way their body is looking and functioning. So that can be anything from digestive issues to weight issues to, disease, inflammatory conditions. They're all tied in because emotional eating really is putting our body and our health out of balance. And this is why we need to get into the roots of it. And so getting back to body acceptance is sort of getting into one of those areas that is a sort of this tricky place for a lot of emotional eaters. And part of the reason that we don't accept our bodies is, of course, yes, we are emotionally eating. We're seeing it sort of show up in our body and we're trying to control it with what's sold to us out there, which are the diets and exercise plans and the pills and the surgeries. Because we think that if we finally look this certain way, we're going to feel okay. We're going to feel accepted. We're going to feel loved and validated. And it'll sort of take away that internal pain. So in a way, we are just looking for our worth in the way our body looks. And so body positivity, on the other hand, is really about accepting your body where it's at. And just, that's it. This is who I am. There's no real, kind of discerning if you are in a healthy body, if you're doing things to nourish yourself, to optimize your well-being and balance yourself. So when I talk about body acceptance and emotional eating, because we've been so imbalanced with our emotional eating, our bodies, yes, we want to accept where we're at, and then we want to continue that transformational journey. It doesn't mean we fit into a certain prescribed box or size or weight, but as we start really nourishing our bodies, accepting our bodies, and then moving through those emotions holding us back, we start noticing our body will shift. And of course, transformation happens at different rates for most women and most of my clients. And so we have to look at the emotional eating first. If we jump just straight into body positivity without actually doing the inner work to really take care of ourselves, we're sort of fooling ourselves as well. And so this is something I think is a sticking point, because when we've spent our whole lives chasing after a certain body, thinking it's going to give us that acceptance and validation, And then we think, oh, am I going to be just stuck in the same body? And that doesn't seem really good either. You know, what I want to say is that on your journey, in your emotional eating journey, as you develop more and more self-acceptance, but body acceptance, and you start nourishing your body and really listening to your body and coming back to your body and moving through those emotions that are stored in your body starts to shift. But it's not because you think you have to kind of externally impose it on yourself. It starts coming from within. And this is how we create that sustainable change. This is not about, you know, reaching a certain goal necessarily. But as you move through this journey, your body will start talking to you and wanting more movement and wanting to, you know, nourish itself, and you'll start seeing it balance itself out. And so for me personally, when I was on this journey, I kind of threw away any physical sort of goals I had, and my commitment was just to nourish myself, to feel good, to appreciate myself. I didn't know what I was going to look like, because I had just been trying to fit into this mold for so long and impose this thing on me. And so as I went through that journey, you know, it took some time, and then my body found it's healthy. And this is what I say to clients: you'll find you're healthy. And, you know, that might happen in a few months. It might take a few years. It's just that you're consistently on this journey, because you have this lifelong relationship to your body. You don't want to say, when you look this way, I love you, but you're hating yourself to look a certain way. And so this is just something that's so important. And this is a key area in resolving your emotional eating, because a lot of the times we emotionally eat because our body is not looking a certain way, so we don't feel worthy, or we have a lot of shame, and that triggers our emotional eating, and then we're in this vicious cycle. So it's like, I'm trying to look a certain way and I feel awful about myself, and so I emotionally eat to feel better, and then I'm back in the shame spiral. So this is why this is so key and important, and body image issues tend to go hand in hand with emotional eating. It's the same for my clients that I've worked with the majority of them, and it was my journey as well. And so when we work through this sort of body acceptance piece, we will feel more body positivity, but it's going to be coming from a healthier place. We're not sort of bypassing that we're not taking care of ourselves and just saying, this is how I am. We're really actually nourishing and caring for our bodies and moving through this pattern and resolving it. And so the other two pieces that I've sort of mentioned that are more prominent are really looking at how to nourish your body and connect in with it. This is so important for emotional eaters, and also the emotional wellness piece. So moving through those emotions, sort of running the pattern, those limiting beliefs. And so when we have these three pieces together, so this along with body acceptance, this is how we move through and resolve emotional eating from the root. And this is how we end up feeling at ease, free and confident in our body and around food in a sustainable way. So if you have any questions about what I've shared, please let me know. And I'd also love to invite you to check out more about the Emotional Eating Evolution program. This is my step-by-step methodology and program to help you really resolve your emotional eating. There's lots of support, guidance, and, a method to move you through your emotional eating so you can finally feel confident in your body and around food. I will leave the link to that below. And if you are ready to be supported by the program, you can also book in an emotional eating assessment call. So this call is all about you, what your goals are, and how we can support you. So thank you so much for watching. I look forward to sharing more with you, and I hope you have a great day.